Good morning. I thought maybe we might go around the garden first, and then I'll show you what I picked up when I went antiquing over the weekend. So let's go see how the dinner plate Dahlia's doing. She's opening little by little, I think. Come on, Lucy. Come on, Simba. That was over by my peach trees. I still have to find the owner for it, but it's been blowing around over there for a few days and nobody's got it, so the cats like it, so I'll let them play with it a little bit. I might go over to my neighbor. I think I might know who it belongs to, but I'll just have to go ask if I can catch her at home. Okay, the usual beans and the zinnias they still look pretty from behind the garden. And I know this dahlia is going to be amazing when it blooms out. It's going to be a dark purple, I think, a dark red. Get some other dahlias that I probably ought to cut off and put in a vase today. Sunflowers keep blooming out. And oh, pretty. I have someone that's going to take some of my strawberries, so I'll be maybe this early afternoon. I got one errand to run later this morning, and when I come back I'll dig up some strawberries for them. I got a couple tomatoes to pick today, and snapdragons, they keep blooming out sporadically. My little garden dahlia that I grew from seed. My cosmos I grew from seed. I just kind of threw them in there in an empty space. So, but some have bloomed, but that wind kind of messed them up a little bit, but they'll bloom again. And got one little bloom down here that looks like something ate on it, but that's okay. And of course the coleus. She's pretty and blooming. Okay, let's go see what I got when I went antiquing. We were in parts of Iowa, we were in Missouri. Jamesport is amazing because it's pretty much all antique and craft and stuff. And they have a candle shop called the Farmhouse Collections. And I got most of my candles there. Caramel apple. The mystery one that smells really good. These little ones I got at an antique store. They're just little homemade candles. And the faded denim. I have one dark blue candle burning now, and it's a mysterious one because I don't remember, but it smells good. That's all that matters to me. I did pick up a couple Revere pans. I love these. They keep the heat in when you're cooking. So I just wanted to add to my collection. And they were in pretty decent condition, so I brought them home and cleaned them up real good, and they're good. When we went over to Lamoni, Iowa, there's an Amish store, and I got one of these. Welcome to adulthood. You have a favorite spatula now. I just thought it was funny. And probably pick up a few of those for little gifts when I go back, because I go to my brother's a couple times a year, and we go antiquing and go to all these places. We stopped at some Amish bakeries. I've got nothing to show for that because it's all gone. But they make candies and cookies and breads and fudge and just all kinds of stuff that I love. These I bought at a garage sale that I think it was in Jamesport. They were 50 cents, but I thought they were really cute. They'll be good for fall. They got a couple chips on them, but I'm not worried about that. I just thought they were cute for fall. And I got me a basket for $3. Just something to put my beans and my cherry tomatoes in so they don't fall out the bottom. And let's see. Things I did see. There was this one little place. It was just ran by one woman. And she made stuff out of wood. She had some real pretty stuff there. And she had one of these aluminum ladders. And she screwed in some wood here and some more down here. And it's a plant stand. She made a plant stand out of it, and I thought that was so sweet. And sometimes you can pick these ladders up at garage sale for $5-10. And I told my husband, I said, well, you don't let me use it, you won't let me climb on top of it, so I might as well make mine into a planter stand. And he says, but I use it. So if I happen to run into one, I might try something like that, because I thought it was really cool. It was really cool looking. And I think that's about it. I think there was one more thing. I can sneak in my house without you seeing how messy it is right now. If you pardon my mess. There's my blue candle. It's pretty. And I got this sign. This sign, home cooking. So I think that's it. So I might go over my seeds with you again. Yesterday morning I was having a problem with the internet and I didn't realize it, but it cut my video in half. Not even the halfway, but it messed up when I was going to show you my seeds that I got, the new ones. So here we go. I did get some seeds at Menards. They had them at half price a couple, 3 weeks ago. So I got some beans, and as you can see, I planted 1 pack of them. Some parsley and lettuce. I planted that, another row of that out there, and it's coming up. But the new seeds, and then I got some chives. I think they're pretty when they bloom too. Okay, these are the Johnny seeds I got. And they're all annuals, it says, but sometimes annuals will grow back here, but so this one is a blue lace flower. It is a lacy pink didiscus. You can see that very well. And I do like it because there's all kinds of information on the back. I like Johnny's. Johnny's Status Formula Mix. Raspberry Cream Gumfrina, if that's how you pronounce it. velvet curtains, the amaranthus. And all of these have at least 100 seeds in them. So I won't be planting them all because of my space. But I'll have some for the next year because I don't really have a problem planting them the next year because they usually sprout. And here's a Forever Silver Status, an aster, light blue, Hazaster Hagen, light blue aster. Roseanne 3, brown 5, pelleted, Lysanthus. Okay. And then I tried these people out there, Seeds and Such is what they're called. And here's the annuals I got from them. Gazania, New Day Mix. Hybrid, Dianthus, Lavandina Mix. Aster Gala Mix. Xenia Giant Cactus Flowered Mix. Xenia Art Deco. And Salvia Victoria Blue. So that should be fun. And then for perennials, I have Echinacea Green Twister Coneflower. If you haven't seen that flower, it's really pretty cool. It's purple in the middle of the bloom, but then it's bright green around the edges, and it's just really neat looking. And then I have Rudbeckia Cherry Brandy, and I have 2 of those. And then I have a Buddleia Butterfly. So that'll be fun to add those to my perennials in my garden. And I'll just go out there and show you real quick where a lot of them are going to go. Since my Black-Eyed Susan, since they kind of bushed up back there and doing good, next year I'm not going to let the sunflowers grow back here or here. I'm going to plant some right here. I'll replant them all here because they are completely volunteer. And I'll just replant them here and they'll put on a good show along that. And so I'll have this space like this, and I'll have this space, and I'm going to clear out some more. I'm just going to have a small strip or 2 of strawberries. They really need thinned out anyway. So I'll probably come up about halfway because each plot was 12 by 12 feet. So I'm going to probably take half of it for the flowers. And then I'm going to take out probably a little more, about half of this row for more vegetables. Because this will go all back to vegetables. I'll plant my beans, my lettuce, my spinach in the spring, and then the beans and tomatoes. And that's usually basically what I put out. And I might find something else too. I might find something else that I want to plant in here for next year for vegetation. So, but this was kind of this was all my testing stuff to see if I could grow it. I have ranunculus this spring in back, and I didn't know if there were growers that were saying, oh, it took me 3 tries to get it right, to get them to grow, and I went by the instructions to a T, and they grew, and I had flowers from them. So I was very happy I was able to do that. And then dahlias. I had never planted dahlias before, and I had never planted zinnias before. I've never stuck my petunias in the ground and just some different things. Now, the marigolds, them are volunteer. Them come up every year because we've had them around here. And then we have daylilies in the back as well. But other than that, and I may move some of those daylilies. We'll see. We will see. Because I don't want them covering. And they really don't shade too much of anything. So I may leave them there, or I may push them back a little bit. I may just dig them up and put them back a little farther. So, but where we had this blocked off, you can see we have 2 boards. I'm going to take up all this and move this board back, and I'll have more room in the back of the flower garden by taking this up and moving that back, and making this all flowers as well, because I'm going to have a lot. So if I end up in a jungle and you can't find me, I'm probably in the middle somewhere next year. So, but it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun growing different things that I've never grown. I know my mom used to grow, but she was big on house plants. We would go see an aunt and uncle, and you know, her sisters and her brothers. She had 12 sisters and brothers, and she'd be sitting there talking, and all of a sudden she'd spot a plant that they've got in the house, and she says, well, what is that one? And they'd tell her, and then Aunt Leona or whoever, she'd say, would you like a piece of it? And they would just break off a piece or cut off a piece of it, and Mom would take it in a wet paper towel, take it home, put it in some water, let it root, and voila, she could grow it. Now, I can do that sometimes. Sometimes it turns out good, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm getting better at it, but she was really good at it. She could grow almost anything, and she had pots all over. So, but anyway, let's go check out the hibiscus. I think it's getting another bud. Gonna bloom again. It bloomed 2 more blooms after while I was gone, and it's budding again. I think I noticed last night. Yes, she is. She's gonna bloom again. And again, no aphids, because remember what I told you? I just held onto the leaf and took my hose and just sprayed off all the aphids. And they promise that they'll never come back again once you do that. And they haven't. And it's been over a week now. No aphids. How about that? This was my eargum. So I cut back all the cones and stuff on it yesterday, because they were all brown, dark brown, and dying, dead. So I just cut them back to the leaves. They didn't bloom this year like they looked like in the picture, but I'm thinking they're perennials, so maybe they need another year to be able to do that. So, and I'm not 100%. I need to look up to see if I need to dig up the tubers or not. I'll just have to look that up and see. I might just, it's well draining soil, so I wouldn't see them rotting here. But I don't know, maybe I'll dig up one tuber and leave the other one and see if that works. See if I can just leave them in. So, and my poor super petunias, I took them out of the front pots and put in the Black Magics petunias, and I was gonna toss them, but I seen them laying there and I felt bad, so I'm like, I'm just gonna stick them in a pot. And they're growing. They looked really bad for a while, but I just kept pruning off the bad parts, and they're still blooming a little bit, so they're good. I'll let them go. So the petunias are looking so pretty. I've kind of kept them back here in the shade a little bit, and they're loving it because there's a little bit of ick in here, but it's, fall's coming. Oh, these, this is funny because I found these. I was digging up a spot to put the Coleus out there, and I found these bulbs. So I thought, I'm just going to put them in a pot and see what they do. And I kind of thought that they were mini hyacinths. I think they are. Matt, my husband, thinks they're not, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll see what they grow into. But they're both growing. Okay, guys. I do appreciate all of you who have subscribed and liked my videos. I know I'm kind of not real good at filming yet, but I'm really glad that you're liking my garden and stuff and what I do. So I appreciate you, and thank you so much, and just keep on watching. I'll get better at this. I'm still a little backward and just like but I'll get past that. I will get past that, and I'll get more comfortable as time goes by. So we got a lot of stuff coming up in the fall on what we need to do out here, like our cedar trees. We need to cut the bottom limbs off so my husband can get in there with the mower real good, because it is like a jungle in there. There's mulberry trees, there's milkweed, there's even poison ivy, there's vines, and all kinds of stuff. And now they have bagworms, so we're gonna have to treat them for that. And they've had them before and they've come back fine, but we'll just have to see. Cut them back and maybe give them a little bit of new life. So, but anyway, you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.